Hi everyone, welcome back to Digital Marketing Musings. Today we have Sai Deshmukh with us, Senior Manager Business Strategy at Merkle, and we are going to talk about GA, GA360 and Adobe Analytics module and which one would be the best analytics module for your business and why. Hi Sai, thanks for joining me in on this conversation. So why don't you start by giving us an overview of these tools?
All right, I think let's start with Google Analytics first. So GA, as everyone knows, is a web analytics tool, and it's a part of the Google marketing platform. It's available freely for anyone with a Google account. I believe that for any digital marketer out there, GA is a preferred choice. It dominates over 80% of the web analytics market share. I think the stats are simply great. Initially, in 2005, I think Google launched this particular tool, and there have been many variations that this tool has undergone. Currently, it's at the 4th iteration, so the tool is called as GA4, the newest version. I believe from everyone, from any level of seniority, right, from senior executives to advertisers, marketers to content producers, of course, this tool has a plethora of features and functionalities to offer, and it is useful in the implementation of any successful digital marketing strategy out there. Now, as we are talking about it, right, this is a free tool, but it's kind of a freemium model. So it has a paid version, of course. In 2011, later Google launched a premium version of this particular tool, which was called as Google Analytics Premium. It was later renamed as GA360. Now, the premium version offers great and in-depth analysis of data. I think like unsampled reports are there. You have access to BigQuery experts. So both of these, like GA and GA360, both of these are amazing tools. When it comes to Adobe, so it's quite similar to GA. It provides a different set of benefits and functionality. Initially, this was a part of the Omniture group, so the tool was called as Omniture Site Catalyst. But later in 2009, Adobe acquired Omniture, and now it's called as Adobe Analytics, and it's a part of the Adobe Marketing Cloud. Adobe Analytics, I think, has great levels of data breakdown, which I think makes it very flexible and very powerful as compared to any other tool. The level of APIs and the different sets of APIs that Adobe Analytics has to offer, I think allows you to answer important questions about your business data. So the possibilities are endless, I think, with Google Analytics and Adobe Analytics.
Thanks, Sai, for such an extensive brief. I think that really sets a strong context. So what are the factors that one needs to consider while comparing these tools?
Right. I think while comparing these two tools, we need to consider the cost, ease of implementation, ease of integration with other tools. The standard version of Google Analytics, I believe, is suitable for small to medium website owners. But when it comes to GA360, it should be used at an enterprise level. So the cost for the standard version of GA is free. As I mentioned before, it's kind of a freemium model. So GA360, the annual charges are approximately $150,000, which translates roughly to 1 CR in Indian currency. I know the price difference is quite enormous, but the additional features that GA360 has to offer, I think, is worth it. While depending on your traffic and your business needs, Adobe Analytics has 3 different sets to offer you, 3 different plans to offer you. And the pricing range is somewhere in between $50,000 to $400,000 plus on an annual level. I think it also depends on if you're trying to bundle your product with any other Adobe features or any other Adobe tool sets. There's Adobe Manager, there's Test and Target. So all of these can, I think, increase the price, the annual package that you have.
Thanks for explaining all the factors. I think that makes it really clear. So how does one go about the ad hoc reporting, right? Which one performs better?
I feel that ad hoc reporting is a very important feature that any analytics toolset can have. It's nothing but the ability to manipulate and view the data in different ways to perform any kind of ad hoc analysis, right? If you are talking about GA360, now depending on the volume of traffic that your website is receiving on a monthly basis, there are two sets of reports. One is sampled and other one is unsampled. Now the architecture of this tool is quite rigid, the UI too. So if you have to perform any ad hoc analysis, that's going to take time. When it comes to Adobe, it offers you workspace, it offers report builder, it offers ad hoc analysis as a separate entity to pull any type of data into one view without you having to navigate to different types of reports, right? It can bring everything together all at once. The workspace offers you a drag and drop functionality to give you that extra level of flexibility to do extensive analysis. And I think the visualizations are pretty amazing within the existing user interface. So Adobe can, I think, handle all the 3 V's, which is data volume, data variety, data velocity, and any non-technical person can also, create reports on the fly. On the contrary, I think GA does not have a built-in easy to use reporting functions like drag and drop in Adobe. So there's an extension to it which is called as the Google Data Studio. So if you want to do any ad hoc analysis, you can obviously integrate GA with GDS, or else you can export the reports in Google Sheets and then feed that data to Google Studio, and then you can create various visualizations.
An extensive brief into the stacks of integration really helps understand how to make the most out of these platforms. Now, what would you comment on the ease of implementation? Which one works better?
So I think marketers all around the world often crave for simple and seamless implementation processes of analytics tools with their websites. While talking about Google Analytics, I think the implementation is pretty straightforward. It's as easy as it gets. Google has multiple ways to implement analytics. One is using custom JavaScript libraries, which is analytics.js. The other part is using the Google Tag Manager, which is an automated approach. As compared to Adobe, I think Google's implementation process is quite easier. Adobe, however, recommends use of Adobe Launch, which is their tag management system. But I feel that implementation process of Adobe is quite harder than GA. It requires a lot of technical assistance and some sort of programming knowledge as well. So while you're trying to use tag management systems also, right, you need to pass on your website metrics, your KPIs using custom variables, which I think makes the process a bit tricky. But once implemented, you'll have access to a huge set of data, and there's unsampled reports in Adobe. So I think the implementation is harder, but the later results are pretty good.
So let's get down to the main question, right? So can you give us a quick summary on all the factors that need to be checked in order to make an informed decision of which platform is supposed to be chosen and why?
So when it comes to actual feature comparison between these 3 tools, so there's a standard version of GA, GA360 and Adobe. I think all of these tools offer campaign measurement and multi-channel reporting. When it comes to 24/7 dedicated support, Google Analytics does not offer that. If you pay some additional fee, Adobe offers 24/7 dedicated support, and so does GA360. Data-driven attribution modeling is only available with GA360 and Adobe Analytics. The standard version of GA does not offer that. Now let's talk some numbers. We know that the pricing range for all of these tools vary a lot, but that is solely dependent on the number of hits that a website receives in a month. Adobe has 3 separate packages. One is Select, then there's Prime, then there's Ultimate. So the number of hits processed by Adobe Analytics varies as to which package you are actually choosing. The standard version of GA processes about 10 million hits a month, and the 360 version processes 500 million plus hits. Plus, depending on the tier that you're using, the number can vary. Now, roll-up reporting is only available in Adobe Analytics and GA 360. Data export feature is available in all of these tools. If you are talking about unsampled reports, then you do not have access to any kind of unsampled data in the standard version of GA. But GA 360 and Adobe gives you access to unsampled reports as well. Data freshness or data latency also plays a very vital role in any analytics tool set. So Adobe, I think, aces this game. The data freshness is of 2 hours. With respect to GA 360, it's less than 4 hours. And with the standard version of GA, you get a data freshness or latency period of 24 to 28 hours. When it comes to selecting either of the tools, I think we need to ask ourselves what level of insights do we want from these tools. Are we willing to put efforts into setting up those tools and then integrating them with other marketing tools that our organization is using? How much traffic your website is receiving on a monthly basis? Because both of these tools are designed to cater different enterprise sizes, with obviously respective to the volume and also the budgets. So the key takeaway from my end would be, if you are looking for basic web analytics, then you should certainly opt for GA. If you are tight on budget, then GA is your best option. But let's say you have some room for budgets, right? You have some budget room and you're looking for more flexible data analysis, visualizations, you want ad hoc reporting, you want deeper level of insights, and the organization is really very big. The hits that your website is receiving, the number is quite large, and you need a platform which is able to handle that kind of volume of data, then I think you should bet on Adobe Analytics. Rest assured, I think it solely depends, the success of a brand solely depends on how you use these insights to deliver maximum profit and maximum value to your customers. So it does not matter that much which tool you're planning to use, only considering some tangible factors over here. But in the future as well, both of these tools will keep on competing with themselves, trying to evolve their tools, make it more fine-tuned and obviously more user-centric.
Thanks, Sai, for giving a detailed explanation into the insights and data reports of all of these platforms. And thanks everyone who's still watching the video. If you have any comments and suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And subscribe to our channel if you want to stay in the know of digital marketing. And until then, take care and stay safe.